examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Spears. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Rebels offense takes the field for the first time today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the Rebels want to move quickly. Using his legs, it's Watkins. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Georgia's offense has the ball for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football.
Breaks away in the middle. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Creates a little room. Big pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bulldogs in the hurry up. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Thrust that arm out. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Offense has it at the 28 on first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. The play action fake. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the big dog got him again, and Georgia can be judicious when they blitz because they get pressure from the guys up front.
So nice having a defensive line that hunts. And year after year, Georgia finds these guys, but with the double guys, the guys that can double sacks in a game, double-digit sacks in a season, these guys make your defense really special.
Bring in the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play. Sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabs it in the middle. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Gonna run it. It's Watkins. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Rebels send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from the...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something open. And maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Watkins. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Rebels will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Makes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Flips it out to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll give it to the back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll test the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Big decision now for you on offense. You just gave up a negative play, right? You killed some momentum down here close to the goal line, but do you believe your guys can go out and execute the game plan in red zone offense early and really try to suck the energy out of the stadium?
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Looking for room. It's Watkins. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Averill. He breaks a tackle.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make a tackle setting up for him.
Never a doubt. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it on the outside. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Georgia going up tempo. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got his man on the outside. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Dogs are facing 3rd and inches. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the 1st down.
Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Flips it out in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. And the returner will be brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. Now on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. One more play to pad the stats. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Well, this one had all the